this is the front. It's the pointier side of the cockpit opening. And all the pieces. So this is the bow section. It says bow right here, or front. But these fold out like that. You flip it over. Can you see all this? That. Okay, then stand it up. This is the stern. Just roll it over. Hold that. Turn these. So then this piece, here, come in here, closer, down here. So these two things match up. Somewhere. Oh, under here. And then this pin goes through. See this pin?
Uh-huh.
So that goes there. And this piece, it also has these two things, two eyes, I guess. And that goes right here. And that's held together by this pin. And then this fits right inside there. And then there's another pin. There.
Oh, there it goes. Went in
Okay.
on the other side.
And just, here, step back a little. Okay, then you just take these little things and hook them around the nails. Do that for the other side too. Like that.
Okay.
And then these go like that. So that makes this all solid. So where this blue eye, a single eye is, goes to the stern, where there's one here too. And then you just do the same thing as you did in the front.
Should I come around the front?
And just slip in the pins. Like that. And these all just go on the same as in the front. Like that. So now that those two frames are together, you want to slide them in either side separately. The one pain in the butt is all these cables, which are for the rudder pedals, but I don't think you need it, so we're just going to put it in and work it in there around them. Alright, so you just want to make sure it's kind of even on each side, and the frame, the center of the frame is right there under this. And there's one of these rudder cable things, so I'm going to try and pull that so it's not over the top of the frame there. So yeah, those rudder cables and stuff, you just want them maybe along the top of the frame here and over here, but not crossing over this, and then just kind of stuff them back here in this area so they're out of the way. And so now I'm going to put the front frame in. Then you just get these in side as best you can, like that. Okay, part way there. Okay, so once the two ends are in, and before you straighten this piece out, you have to put this onto the skin, otherwise you won't be able to later. So back up a little, and then this screw head right here where my thumb is goes into this grommet. And then there's another one down here. Okay, so those are both in. And then you want to slide the screw head over the top of this metal piece. Like that. And then do the same here. And then you probably have to stretch it out to get this screw over this metal piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All this crap is in the way. So the next thing after putting this on and clamping down the keel, you want to put these stringers all together. So you just lift up like that and they slide in, and then you do the other side. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is straighten this frame out and put it in position, which is pretty obvious. So up to now, this frame that's right behind the seat isn't pushed into place. If it was, you couldn't get these stringers together. So you rotate it into place, and the only thing you have to make sure is that you don't put too much stress on this or this piece up here. That piece is, that's what I fixed. That's cracked there. But I had to fix this, and that must get a lot of pressure. Anyway, you just, really the main thing is just to make sure that this gunnel is sitting on top of this notch here. The same way that all the other ones are. So the next thing, go ahead and use the same lever, and then you push that into place.
Keep it running, or? Yeah.
Okay. So here's the little clip I was just working on. Once you lever this gunnel into place, this little thing slides down and locks over the top of that screw right there. So sometimes you have to pull in on this side to flatten the whole thing out, just so you can do that. And that's a close-up of the back of the cockpit, how that screw head goes into the metal flange piece. Okay, so then now you put the seat frame on. Slide this in first. Oops. That ends back.
See, it's in the shadow. I don't know.
And you want to put one hand down on this hinged area here so you can get this piece of the frame over the screw. Like that. Okay, then the last piece is this center frame. And it's got these two little clips. So when you put it in, it has to go in like that. So you pivot that way. And then these things clip over the top of these little screws here. So the center frame sits right between those pieces. So you have this metal piece here, and you just slide that pin goes in like that. And You can see these things kind of have this, so it kind of goes in like this. Oops. Goes in like that, and then this just sits over the top, and you do that on both sides. Another thing is to make sure these hoses for the sponsons are sitting in between. They're not sandwiched underneath and, you know, in the way. The only other thing is to get the edge of this fabric into this channel all the way around. Okay, so this part's easier if you have some of these clips, because this is going to have to go into that channel. So I'll kind of just start there. Like that. And then I'm just going to put this on there to hold it. And then work my way around. And then just put another clip. Like that. Just keep working your way around. It's easier to start up here at the bow and work your way to about this point on either side, and then start at the back again. Okay, so now I'm going to start here, then I'll work my way around here. There. Okay, got this side. Now we just need to finish that side. Okay, so now this is on. This should all stay on now. Once it's all in, it won't come out. And then you can just blow up the pontoons. So you just have these, the little blue thing slides out. I don't know. Those might need to be replaced. But anyway, that's what the pontoons look like. This is the footrest. I made these little blocks because usually it's hooked to the rudder system. But basically this goes in, let's see, behind here. So it just kind of slides back behind this frame. So you'll have to experiment to see if that's where you want it. I would take that hook thing off the pedal part, because really that's just for the, if you use the rudder. And then you could put a screw through this into that block, just right through there, and it'll hold it straight. But anyway, that's your footrest.
It's like an easy chair. You can't be too much bigger than I. I'm gonna fit in here.
Okay.
Here it is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jerry. I'm glad we're not on a river.
Come on, kid. Is it cold? Bringing it in. You got it? Hold on to the boat. Oh, that's a good hold on.
Oh no. Filming.